Hello everyone, here I have this 2013 Ford Fusion Titanium. My particular example today is in white platinum metallic, and the interior is known as charcoal black leather. So anyways, this one, as you can see, does come equipped with Ford's Smart Key system. All you have to do to access the remote start system is to hit the lock button once and then hit the remote start button twice, and the engine will start. And then all you have to do to shut the engine down is hit the engine start button once again. Go ahead and take a look inside. As I said, this one does have the charcoal black leather. And integrated into the Smart Key system is Ford's push button start. So all you need to do is put your foot onto the brake and then hit the engine start button. So, let's go ahead and turn on the automatic headlamps. The fog lamps are already on, as you can tell by the little green indicator in the instrument cluster, as well as the hazards. And let's take a look at the exterior, shall we? Now, one of my personal favorite aspects of the all-new Fusion is the styling itself. So as you can see, the vehicle does have projector beam headlamps. There are no HIDs available on the Fusion, as well as your high beams, as well as fog lamps. Standard halogen turn indicators. Coming around the Fusion, one of the other options that the titanium package includes is these optional 19-inch aluminum alloy rims. They ride on 235/40 R19 Continental Conti Pro contact tires, and the vehicle is front-wheel drive. As you can see, standard LED indicators on the mirror. As you can see, dual exhaust, that is standard on the Titanium because of the 2-liter EcoBoost engine. It is an option on SE trims, but not available on an S. As you can see, your chrome titanium badge as well as the EcoBoost. Ford really added a lot of styling lines that really bring out this car's curves and add a whole lot more character. As you can see, this body line flows right into the rear tail lamps and opens up as a quote-unquote slit, like a little eye. Another key difference between titanium and lower trims is on lower trims, the piano black trim that you see here is just black plastic and is not painted. So let's go ahead and move back to the interior of the vehicle. But before we do, one of the other key differences that the titanium trim adds over base S and SE trims is this little chrome slit in the door handle, as well as the Smart Key access. Smart Key is only available on the titanium. That has been changed for 2014. It is an option on the SE technology package, but that's a separate video for a separate time. As I said, charcoal black leather interior, some perforated. You have a perforated section here, as well as up top on the backrest. They are heated, but not cooled. So as you can see, this vehicle does come equipped with Ford's My Ford Touch system. So basically what that entails, it is a complete touchscreen interface which controls nearly all the vehicle's settings. So, as you can see, it does have Sirius XM radio. I'm not going to be able to do a sound demo, unfortunately, because of YouTube copyright issues. So, AM and FM, it does have HD radio, as well as a CD, USB, Bluetooth streaming, and an auxiliary input. This one does have the optional navigation system. That is a $795 option on the Titanium. It does not come standard. And it does have a 390 watt Sony stereo, which packs quite a punch, but sadly I won't be able to demonstrate that. Climate control is the outer band on the touch control here, and audio controls is the inner band on the touch controls. And like I said, all of these are touch. There are no actual buttons besides the volume turn knob. So, moving on up, you can see this one does have a auto dimming rearview mirror, as well as lane departure warning, which is activated by this little switch right down here that is part of a driver's assistance package on the Titanium. All you do is you push the button at the end of the stalk here, and you can see a little indicator comes up in the instrument panel looking like a car in between two lanes. So basically all that does is there's a little camera right up in here that watches the lanes on the road and makes sure your vehicle does not drift, and if it does drift, it'll push you back into your lane, which is a very convenient safety feature and very, very nice to have. So like I said, auto dimming rear view mirror, sunroof, that is an option on the Titanium. It's all touch controlled, no buttons up here either. Interior illumination, all LED lights. Sunglasses holder up here. Headliner is very plush, feels very nice and very solid. Mirror and vanity lights, and they do come out like this and extend this way to block the sun coming in from the side. And then you also have a little clip up here for business cards or what have you. Same thing on the passenger side, mirror and vanity light. You have handles on all four doors, which not all cars offer, that's very nice. I'm glad you have handles on all four doors in this car. And as for interior materials, the entire dashboard is padded, very soft to the touch, feels very, very rich and supple. Doesn't feel cheap at all. Here you have your air vents, your hazard controls, and moving back down to the My4 touchscreen. It also does come equipped with Bluetooth phone. So basically you can pair your iPhone, Droid, or whatever kind of phone you have as long as it comes equipped with Bluetooth, and you can have hands-free calling as operated by the buttons on the steering wheel. And the microphone is right up there just for what it's worth. Steering wheel is leather wrapped, nicely bolstered on the sides here, very padded, feels very substantial, very nice, and it's easy to hold for aggressive driving if that's the kind of thing you're into. So you can see your multi-function pads on the steering wheel. So currently I have it set on the tachometer, so we can push the back button, which you just hit this right here. And then you have your trip controls, fuel economy, vehicle informations, and it does come with Ford's My Key system. So basically what that entails is you can program a certain key for the vehicle. Say if you wanted to lend the car to your son or daughter for the evening and you didn't want them going over 45, 55, 65, so on and so forth miles an hour, the vehicle would not go over that set speed, and you can also program other settings for the car. You can also have a maximum radio volume, no radio at all, or anything like that. So moving on, you have your vehicle settings down here. Driver assistance, you have your traction control, your blind spot warning, which I don't believe the camera's going to pick it up, but you can kind of see it right there. There is a little orange light that will illuminate when a vehicle is in your blind spot. That way, you don't have to look over your rear shoulder and take your eyes off the road in front of you. All you have to do is glance over at the mirror, and it'll let you know if the vehicle is indeed in your blind spot. That is also part of the driver's assistance package. It's not standard on the Titanium. As I said, automatic headlamps, projector beams, there's your panel dim, your fog light controls, turn signals, rain sensing, automatic wipers. That as well is part of the driver's assistance package. So moving on down, you have your electronic parking brake. In order to activate the parking brake, just pull up and you can hear it engaged. I know the camera's microphone won't pick it up. And then in order to disengage, put your foot on the brake and push down. You can also feel a little bit of a change in the brake pedal as well, so that's one way to know if it is indeed on or off. Glove box, it is nicely sized, lined and felt. I do apologize for all the receipts in there. Lined and felt, and it is damped. It won't slam down onto your knees. The lid is hard touch, but very nicely grained. Coming down here, you have all soft touch materials, so your knees have a very nice place to rest here. Another part of the Titanium package is the aluminum trim sport pedals, so that adds a very premium look to the interior. Center armrest is padded as well as stitched here. Opening it up reveals a very nice sized center console, and I apologize for all the stuff in there. You do have this little removable coin tray, and there's your auxiliary input here and your USB input here, and this is the navigation SD card. It is all SD card based, no hard drive or no CD based. So we'll go ahead and move around to the back seat, and I'll go ahead and open up the trunk. There's your trunk release button right here. Entering into the back seat, you're greeted with more perforated leather trim here, as well as back on the backrest. Getting into the Fusion, it is a very easy step in. You don't really have to fall into the car, you just kind of slide in. This one also does have rear side airbags on the seats. That is very nice, as well as curtain airbags. Getting into the back seat of the Fusion, you have plenty of foot room, plenty of knee room. The back of the seats do have a little cutout here so your knees aren't pressed into the leather. Plenty of headroom as well. Also plenty of thigh support, because as you can see, the seats are sloped nicely, and they do come out in order to support the backs of your knees. You do have rear air vents back here, as well as a car charger power outlet and a household power outlet. Real metal door handles. Materials in the back are the same as the front. Soft touch on the door up top, as well as a soft touch piece here, as well as right down here. So we'll go ahead and move on to the trunk. So as you can see, the trunk is already released. All you have to do is lift. Very nice sized trunk. You have your spare tire down here, as well as jack storage. It does have a rear trunk mat. One of the key features on the Fusion is this panel right here is meant to be a sacrifice panel if you're ever involved in a rear end collision. That way you don't have to replace the entire rear deck lid. All you have to do is just replace this plastic trim here. So very nice safety feature. As you can see, this one does have reverse backup sensors. So let's go ahead and check out the engine bay. So in order to open the hood, all you need to do is pull this handle here, and the hood will release. This particular Fusion comes equipped with Ford's 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. It is turbocharged via, you can tell by the Eco Boost. It makes about 240 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque, all put down through the front wheels. All-wheel drive is an option if you live in the north. That's where they're more common, but down south they're not as common. And all of it is put down through a 6-speed automatic transmission. So anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this overview and full tour of the 2013 Ford Fusion Titanium. Be sure to stay tuned, because there's plenty more where that came from. Thanks for watching.